Okay, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, we have quite a few people who have been asking some questions regarding the application and the contract. So this video, and don't worry about what I'm doing in the background, that's for my benefit, not for yours. The situation is this: people are trying to figure out, after they do the process, what do they do next? So what we're going to do is we're basically going to walk you through. I'm watching the unsung kid and play. We're basically going to walk you through and show you what you need to do. Okay, that's ZD soft. No, we're not going to do that to that company. We could show you, that's the PayPal information, letting you know that the PayPal has been set up. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to this site. This is SAA limited.com. You're going to read the information. Some of you are going to say, well, I've already done that. Then if you've done that, then you just have to wait till I get to you. But I'm referring to the people who don't know this. So you're going to read the information. You're going to understand what the site is, what they are attempting to do. Then what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down to this section right here. This is going to explain to you the prices. There's a 2-hour minimum for all arbitrations. Okay, that's why this one is $500. So that's what you pay. You pay $550 because the PayPal and the state charges taxes. So it's 10% tax. So you pay $550. On each one of them, there's going to be a 10% tax. On this one, let's say you want to send it to 15 different places, and there are 15 different parties. Well, that's called the multiple parties. If it's more than 5 parties, then it is $160 per hour, and the amount that you pay is $700. You don't pay over $700, you pay the $700. All of these fees are included in the $700. All of these fees are included in the $500. These are not additional fees. This is additional to services not included. That means if all of this other stuff was being added in later, or if you were adding in other things later, then those other fees would be attached to it. Let's say you have a simple complaint, and let's say you find out that 5 other parties need to be served. Okay, then the additional fees for that would be charged, and that's these fees in the middle here. Okay, now pay attention. This service, the electronic service and the in-person service are the same. The video conferencing service, they're both the same price. There's no difference in that. All right, let's get to this one. This is the application. You click here, and it will take you to this page. When you get to this page, you will fill out the application in its entirety. The application is self-explanatory. I don't know why it's not popping up. Hold on one second. I'm at a Wi-Fi hotspot, so it took a second for it to pull up. But this is the application, ladies and gentlemen. You'll fill out the application. And I want you to pay attention. The application is simple. You click on it. And I don't know if it's going to let me click on anything because I enlarged it. So that's my fault. When I found out that this software, and I'm just going to have to go to the PDF Exchange to do this, because it ain't gonna let me do it any other way, and I apologize for that. So let's open this up, and I just re-downloaded PDF Exchange and updated it, so now I have to put the crack information, so I won't be able to edit anything. So I'll just take the file, open it up in PDF Exchange. Hold on. Alright, here's the application in PDF Exchange. I'm gonna make it smaller because it fills up the whole screen. But this is the application. What you'll do is you'll go to the application, you will see that each section, once you pull it up in your PDF viewer, you will be able to fill out. Okay, you put in the information for all of the parties, including the date, the city, the state, okay? Date of contract. You add in the date that the contract went into force. Then for each of the parties, you will add in, and the contract number. You must put in the contract number. Then you will click on, if it's for breach of the agreement includes the arbitration clause, the parties agree to the SAA appointment, the matter involves more than 5, the matter involves less than 5, okay? Okay, you'll click which one applies, okay? And then other specify. You list some of the other circumstances if it's applicable. Then you state in here what the claim is, okay? And you just put in what the claim is and you go from there. Sorry, I was typing way too much in and it didn't appreciate that, so now we get the hourglass. Hold on. All right, so you type in what the claims are. You can be as detailed as possible, and then you will indicate the page number where the arbitration clause. So you'll put the page number and the section of the contract where the arbitration clause is. You'll do that here. Then you'll do the first party. You'll put their name. You'll put the date that they were notified, that they received notice. Now, if they have not received notice, you can leave that as the date of sending in this presentment, okay? And then you will leave a notation here in the details when we asked for them earlier. You'll leave a notation there saying that you have not notified the parties if you want us to notify the parties. Now, here's the clincher. SATCOM is going to go ahead and accept your contracts. And if you want us to mail them, you have to indicate that. If it's more than 5 parties, then you will have to pay the additional fees for that. Okay? But SATCOM will mail out the documents for you. You will fill it out. There's enough spaces on this application for 10 people. Okay? And then you will sign it. This is a mandatory thing. It doesn't matter. Even if you put in here UCC, and please understand you cannot put any special characters, you cannot put any special comments there. See? And please indicate the number of pages, but here with the electronic signature, you cannot add any special information. Okay? The only thing you can do here is put in a signature. If you added any other information, it will be kicked back. And as a matter of fact, we want to show you that notification here. When I click on this, gotta click on this. Where it is? It was just there. Nope, it was just here, and now I don't know how to get it to show up again. But there is a instructions here that says that you cannot put any special characters. Just put your name. We're not trying to put you into a different contract. We're not trying to take advantage of you. The law requires that this contract be signed by an individual, by the individual having the authority. Okay, so you have to put your electronic signature. All you got to do is put your name, because guess what? This is already here. So you just type in your name, the same name at the top. If you fail to do that, then your application will not be accepted. Okay. Before you send your application, and there is a place to send your application, the application goes to application@SAA limited.com. So your application goes to application@SAA-limited.com. When you send your application, you also have to send in a copy of the receipt showing that it has been paid for. If you don't do that, your application will not be considered. No one will email you back saying we don't have this. You must mail the application and the receipt together, along with a copy of your contract. Those are the 3 things that have to be included in the email: a copy of the contract, a copy of the application, and a copy of the receipt. They have to be included in the email. If they're not included in the email, it will not be considered. It doesn't matter if you send 1 and then send 2 later. If you don't send them together, your order will not be considered complete. It will not be received. And you'll be sitting around waiting for nothing, because they will not get started. They have to be together. You'll see that on the site shortly. Okay, some people are asking, will we complete the process for you? Yes, we will complete the mailing of it for you. We will complete the notifying of the parties of the arbitration date and the scheduling of the arbitration date. That the arbitration date will be held as under the terms of, sorry, trying to think, and that's one of those things that's happening now. I'm so distracted. That the arbitration will be held under the terms of electronic filing. That the parties will have to present information through the internet. There will be a special email address, or it'll be a secured email where information will be sent. Once that is done, then you'll be notified. You'll be given a copy of the arbitration award, which will have its own seal. Okay. Now this is for expedited services. Let's say you don't want to wait the possible 2 months for everything to be taken care of. Okay, for the expedited services, this is the cost per hour. Now this is, again, all of these fees here are included in this. Okay, all of the fees here are included in this. So this is what you know when you click on a link. Let's click on this one for instance. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I have to go to the actual internet and click on the link because that's the program. So give me 1 second so that I can go and click on the actual link. When you click on the link, it will take you to the PayPal portal, and you will go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, so that you get it, so that you understand, no one at SATCOM, no one at SAA can tell you how to fill out the document. Now, because I've clicked on it twice, I've clicked on each one, I have to remove this one. But this is the last one I clicked on, so it will automatically add up the price. So like I said, it will do the 10% because that is the tax. It is automatic. There's nothing we can do about that. The tax is automatic. Okay, so when you click on the link, it will take you to the PayPal portal. Once it takes you to the PayPal portal, you go ahead and make your purchase. You fill out the application. You attach the application, a copy of the contract. And remember, when you attach a copy of the contract, you will attach the signed copy. It will be a copy of your signature. Then you will take and you will send the original contract to us. There will be an address for you to send it to. You will send the original contract to us. Once we receive the original contract, we then take that original contract and you will then make another copy and you will sign that, so that there'll be 2 copies of the original. One we keep on file, one you keep on file. We have to have a copy of the original because we're the ones sending out the paperwork. Okay, and in good faith, we'll send out the paperwork ahead of receiving the original. This is as simple as we can make it. The process is simple. You just have to go back over the videos and find out what's going on in those so that you can understand what's going on. Thank you for taking the time. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good life. Have a good bye.